prettify my background here for you guys for a quick sec. You know, I need to get new batteries for my little lantern. It's supposed to be I heard karmic. Like I have a karmic lantern. Isn't that hilarious? I don't know, the Green Lantern. Anyway, before we get into the woes of Hollywood, today's reading is going to be a continuation, you guys, from yesterday's upload. Yesterday's upload was not a live, so if you're looking for part 1 of this reading, it is on the video tab, okay? And it says never too soon to give thanks, okay? Was the title message there, okay? Where you ended up at was with the Ace of Cups. You also had the Lovers in this reading. You had the King of Pentacles, the Chariot in the Foundation. You have the Fool in your crown, the World at the center, okay? Wheel of Fortune as well. So overall for you, and then you also had this Ace of Wands here on the bottom of the deck, okay? Reaching out. Yeah, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline, right? Okay. Yeah, we're all about it when it's right, but is it right? Okay, so that is what we're going to tap into here. See what else we need to know about the situation. So I am, before I do that though, because, you know, I have like Beyonce channeling too. So I'm getting big survivor messages for somebody. So if you are some type of survivor, yeah, super duper congratulations to you, number 1, okay? Number 2, hats off to you. Number 3, give yourself a hug or a pat on the back. Number 4, say, I'm a survivor, right? Like Beyonce does. Okay. It was that, and it's the whoa, when she does those rolls, like whoa, 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 right? And what did she say in the song? No, we don't give up. Okay. Hopefully this audio is coming through okay, because I'm using my Bluetooth and there's some super annoying notifications coming through on my phone. I need to go through, and I had like everything shut off. And then like I was starting to get behind with my Snapchat buddies, you know what I mean? So, because you know everybody's on all the different apps these days. So anyway, this is a continuation from yesterday's reading. The Celtic Cross, it ended up kind of being this love reading here, having this King of Pentacles. So if you are a feminine, wanting somebody stable, also if you are a masculine, this was coming through as well. Perhaps if you have Cancer in your chart or the water signs, you know, our next, you know, celestial event will be the full moon in the following week. Okay. You also have Justice here, Libra. Okay. Wheel of Fortune often associated with Sagittarius, as well as your Jupiter placement. So, you know, not many people know their Jupiter sign, right? What is that little saying? You know, girls are stupider because they're from Jupiter, right? Or, you know, maybe somebody said that about boys at your school. I don't know. The point is that there is always something to learn, and the moose is here giving us that wisdom, tapping into the wisdom that maybe you already possess here. Okay. So as you're looking, this is a collective reading, you guys. So just take only what messages resonate with you. All right. But you might start tapping into these kind of points of knowledge, and it's you're going to start to feel like this moose, and it's going to be, and it's almost like you're waiting for somebody else to help you hold this crown that you have, right? This love. And you might be feeling a little, this isn't frozen the hopes and fears, okay? So you may have been feeling a little defeated, okay? At a certain moment, but from the standpoint of this reading, I mean, it's like this is really coming in for you guys, all right? So again, go and check out part one. I just uploaded it yesterday. Okay. And like I said, never too soon to give thanks. And here, like this moose possesses this wisdom. Like you have this point here, you have this knowledge point here, you have this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody I was watching the other day, or actually this nice story that I was reading well, I was watching some of the Paralympics, and the last name is Woodall. He won the 400 meter, and then he was trying to find his wife in the stands, which, a lot of athletes do that. They go to visit their families or partners in the stands, and they said, oh, well, she was an Olympic athlete too. So the guy is married to a fellow Olympic athlete, and not only that, she won gold in the games a few weeks ago. I think it was in the long jump. So I mean, talk about teamwork making the dream work here. Okay. And that is part of this justified stuff that I was talking about. Because this was in your environment. So I was mentioning in the reading the other day, it was like, I was getting this feeling from guys, and I was getting the same thing earlier because I rewatched the reading to make sure I wanted to tap back into the same energy. And yes, it was guided that way. It was like, I don't know if I can go through another trial, right? And it's not going to be, you know, that kind of trial. It's going to be like you're going to have this spiritual protection around you now. Okay. So, like I said the other day, let no man take apart what God puts together. I think that was, and I looked it up. I think it's out of Matthew something 6 or something. But it said it also showed up in Mark, I believe. So anyway, on the bottom of the deck here was this Ace of Wands. So again, just be cautious, especially if somebody's trying to pressure you to make a decision, okay? And it involves, the Ace of Wands, because what I was reading in yesterday's reading was more of a somebody wanting to offer that olive branch. It's not just about the flash, okay? So this is the fire energy as well. So just to recap before we get back in, also you have the fox down here, the clever. Oh, yes. And then on the bottom of the deck was the loon, the intuitive. Okay. So for many of you, and maybe why you're tuning into this reading now, and this is just the confirmation of that, it's like, yes, maybe you have felt somebody coming towards you. Maybe you have felt like you've been preparing for something. Maybe you have been psyching yourself up for something, but then at the same time, you're like, I don't know, because, how many times before have we done this? And then, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the like, by the way, if you are in the like. If you are in the chat today, not only please do be respectful, but please do like the video as you're watching. It helps me tap in to your energy. So on the loon here, the intuitive, listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. So this is during Virgo season right now. Some of you may be a little hermiting a little bit, and maybe you're like, look, I've been by myself. Why am I getting these kind of downloads? Well, that is spirit. That is source. That is the universe, God. Okay. That is, your prayer being answered in that moment. Okay. If you're listening. But I can't listen for you in those moments. Do you know what I'm saying? There is a specific passage that I've always liked. And they do it, I think, during kind of the Lent season. And it kind of says about like, go to your room and pray. Like, you don't need to be out in the streets praying. Go to your room and pray. So it's that, that message is meant for you. All right. So that's why we say, on these readings, use your own discernment, right? Like I'm here to help guide you and help you understand the energy. But when the message appears, and yes, maybe I'll say something and you're like, hey, yeah, but that's how it's understood to you, whereas somebody else watching this reading, it may just be a random word. Okay, so just understand that as you're watching these things. So and tap into your own intuition. Okay, a lot of people think like, oh, like I don't have a sense of direction, I don't have, blah blah blah, or I'm always going the wrong way, blah blah, stuff like that. Actually, once you start cutting out the noise, right, in that Virgo type season, okay? It's like right now, I can hear the wind outside, but it's not really, you don't really hear wind, but like I hear the rustling of the leaves. I hear, the air moving around, okay? It's like giving me goosebumps, okay? Anyway, emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Okay. Yeah. So this loon, it's like, yes, maybe somebody could have called you a loon, right? And they're like, oh, I'm not going to be around that person in the collective. They're too weird for me, or blah, blah, right? That's the new catchphrase going around from politics, right? Oh, they're weird. Isn't that what you always say? Oh, they're the weird kid, or there's actually this girl in town. Anyway, I think she has a song and it says something about the weird kids, and it's really cute. I think a lot of people, and part of why I like it is because I think a lot of people go through that, right? So, and as from a spiritual perspective, collective, what you need to know is that, again, yes, I might be able to confirm something for you, but only you are the person who can steer your ship. Okay? Right? Okay. So let's get into what we need to know else about these messages here on this spread for the collective. And remember, this is a collective reading, not a personal reading. So if you are in need of, I'm not currently doing any online personal readings, you guys. So it's more of a collective message right now. I do, it depends if I'm like at events and stuff, but right now I'm just not accepting broad openings, but that may change in the future. But that's why I just, like to, you're watching, please use your own discernment. Okay, not every to somebody around you too, like your brother or your sister. I mean, like anybody that you're spending like a lot of time with, those people, you can end up taking on their energy. So it might be important for you to cleanse your space. Okay, like I was burning that, yeah, like I was burning that Palo Santo earlier. Okay, so give yourself the space to possess the wisdom that the universe has already given you. All right, understand that you possess this already in many cases. And, in some ways, it's you're getting those points out of these bumps that you've hit here along this Nine of Wands route, right? You're like, well, that's going to turn into a little lesson. And, could I have avoided it? Maybe not. But the next time, if I find myself in that situation, maybe I'll just look at it from a little bit different perspective. Okay. Because you can't say, I will never again, right? Never say never. And what was, is that, or is that James Bond, Never Say Die? Yo, I grew up with all those goofy James Bond movies. I love that stuff. All those little spy movies, and they're like the shoe phone and the pen, there's like a little camera and all this stuff. They used to like there were like these mail order catalogs, and where they would have all this like junk in them like that. And High Priestess, fortune teller. What are you guys watching right now? You're watching a tarot reading. That is for damn sure. Right here on top of the world card. So maybe this is your lucky day. Okay, because ahead here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes we watch these readings and it's like all the gloom and doom, right? And it's like, yes, we can choose to see it that way. And I'm not saying go into things with blinders. No, I am not. All right. That's part of why we watch readings anyway. It's kind of like getting that little confirmation. Queen of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Again, this moon that's coming up is the Pisces moon. Um, yep, here she comes. All right. This person may really get under your skin, like super emotional. This is honestly, guys, this is the first time I've ever pulled this card. She's kind of giving me the creeps a little bit. So if you're dealing with a feminine who gets under your skin, this could be a little bit of a reverse energy, to be honest. Um, and again, it's like somebody, it's like you don't need it, but they're there, right? And it's like, mm, you're just not really feeling it. What's her name? Gorgon. So some kind of snaky Medusa-ish type creature. But yeah, giving me the creeps, the creepy crawlies. Wow, you guys, look at that. There is the Pisces down there as well, right? Yeah. Huh. This person could have been a Pisces, like their births, like a sun sign or something. Um, Definitely check out the rest of your chart, you guys. In some of these, but yeah. When we're talking about karmic city, it could just be that because that's how karmics live their lives. It's like you tell them something, they take it at face value, and it's not because they're naive, it's because they are uncurious about life. And I don't feel like that is you right now. Okay. And I'm not trying to I guess what I'm trying to say here is some people's hobbies and your hobbies, yeah, your mileage may vary, okay? So don't be trying to, ride this out into the sunset when you know that it's a Hyundai. Somebody's out there is going to be like, well, my Hyundai's got 100. Well, good for you. But again, the life expectancy of the Hyundai just it ain't quite past the hundo, okay? And if you really want to get crazy, go watch some Hondo in 3D. Moving on. Please do like the video or subscribe to the channel, and thank you for all the kind comments and being nice to each other in the chat. I appreciate that. 9 of Cups, the Kraken. So I feel like, oh my God, did this person go to a fortune teller? I feel like this person was warned. Perhaps multiple times. And the thing is, it's like, I feel like this anger just exploded like the Kraken, and it's like now the whole ship's going down. So, you know, Like they say, when the boat's rocking, don't go a knocking, because do you want to get tangled up in that? It looks pretty nasty. So remember that movie when they fall to the bottom of the ocean? That was Pirates 2, right? They're like all underwater. I didn't really care for that one. I don't really. I've never. Um. Anyway. um. Yeah. I feel like this person potentially knew better, right? Um, and they thought, I feel like collective somehow they thought that it was going to be the same as like how you're in this chariot right now. When they say like Jesus take the wheel, I think this person thought um I think this person thought that they could just take their hands off the wheel and let everything ride out. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, well, I guess you can, but what else are you going to do about it? So, yeah. Anyway, sorry guys. I had to take a pause there on that kind of energy. So, cleverly, I feel like you have listened to your guides and you have stayed out of the midst of this situation. Say yes or no. Well, uh, I will say there to that person in the chat, if you're going to try and propose to somebody, right? Um, Yeah, I mean, there's two options, right? They say maybe, right? Nobody really wants to hear maybe. It's better than hearing no, right? Uh, you know, but you don't know unless you ask, right? You could be at, some restaurant, blah, 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 and, maybe on the menu they don't have such and such, and you're like, you know what, I was really hoping that you guys might have such and such. And then they're like, oh, well, actually, we do. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, it's all you had to do was ask, right? So, is the offer a good offer though? That's this Page of Pentacles here. So that's a different energy. Now, what is going on with this King of Pentacles that we need to know here? So, I mean, is this the person who was involved? It could have been this person. um I'm hearing that song, looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay. It's like they got onto the planet of spaceships, and then all of a sudden they're in the middle of the ocean without a ship. Okay. It's like two worlds. Yeah. Worlds colliding. What is that song? Two worlds collided. They could never, never tear us apart. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Okay. I am in America, by the way. I like to do funny voices and accents sometimes, and it helps me channel some of this energy because sometimes, y'all, it comes through in a way. And I think some of you that are sensitive to energies understand that, right? Kind of like when somebody says, nothing's wrong, but they're just kind of like in an irritable mood, and it's like, okay, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm just going to stay away from them. Sometimes that's what you have to do, Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Sir, I am reclaiming my time. Right? Hello, the Emperor. Yeah. What a fool believes. They really thought you were so dumb as to believe some of these lies that they were telling you, especially if it was coming from this Queen of Cups here, this Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, this person that was pressuring you to make a decision. I'm getting that as well. Like, sorry guys, I'm using this stupid Bluetooth thing and it kind of irritates my ear. Um, the Three of Swords. Yeah. So they were pressuring, but already I feel like collective, you may have been through the situation with this person. Okay. So, especially if this is a Queen of Cups, if you or this person went to a reader, they specifically told this person, like, this Queen of Cups is not good for you. All right. They could have told your person that they're an emperor. You could be this emperor here, right? And it's like, who's this Queen of Cups that you're after if you're this emperor, right? Obviously, somebody who's maybe not after you, okay? Like choosing the wrong kind of people, right? They're like, well, why is she with so and so? Right? It's like, well, maybe that's what they like. Or why is he with so and so? You know? Um, some people like to be with folks that are low vibrational because that is where they can exercise control over certain happenings. Okay. What they have failed to realize is that, time stops for no man. Right? And Three of Pentacles. You could have some people wanting to work with you. This could take you away even further from this mess, right? This person could have also gotten this message that maybe you want to work with them or something that should happen here, or that you are going to be getting offers of people wanting to work. All right. Um, yeah, because I feel like collective right now, this message is saying that you are very secure in your like income producing abilities. Okay. And that's why people are coming towards you to partner with you. Yeah, I'm hearing it again. This person could, excuse me, this person could see you as a business partner as well. Like, see how he's coming in here with his little axe thing. He's got his foot on. Yeah, this is literally what it looked like when one of my boyfriends beat me up and then he had his foot on my face. Yeah. Yeah, he was not a nice guy. Can you sing some songs? I actually do have a separate music channel. If you would like to head over to Ophelia's band. I have a full music channel with 100 videos. I just hit 100 videos on my music channel the other day. I am over 500 on tarot. So things progressing on the channel. Three of Pentacles here. It's like this person doesn't just want to come in and smash, right? They actually want to do some work in the situation. Okay. Yeah, he had his shoe on too. It actually like made a mark on my, I'll show you on the camera. It made like he had his shoe like right here, like that. That's what he was doing to me. Somebody that said that he, supposedly loved me. Well, in that moment, he was calling me a cunt and saying, who the hell do you think you are? But, that relationship is over. Jesus, Lord have mercy. You ever think back and you're like, how the hell did that happen? King of Wands, Anubis, right here. Oh my God, you guys. On top of these lovers, I'm getting excited for you. Yeah. Yeah. The secret's out. The fire is out. The hot tamales are here. Toot toot, right? Y'all are on the hot tamale train. Look. And there are people that are so unhappy about it. They're like, ew, why do they get to be happy? Why do they get to, like, worry about your own business. Please. Please. Yeah. And not only that, like, yeah, it's because, okay. Here's a good illustration. I think this was in Seinfeld, but I think they did it in Will and Grace too. They had like a person on deck as like if their marriage broke up of who they were gonna like try and swoop in, and these singles people were gonna try and swoop in. It's you're whoever you are, you're putting this out so much that people see you as, an attractive couple, and they're like, ooh, I want something like that. They may think like, ooh, maybe if they broke up, I would be with this person or that person or whatever. It's that kind of thing right now. Okay. So the person in your energy, so this could be a little bit of competition if you are a male and this emperor here, I feel like this fire is more positive, on the positive side. Okay. So take that as it resonates. Okay. Again, the fire with the air is always good. Okay. Because one sign lets the other breathe. Okay. So if you are partnering up with a fire sign, do remember that. Okay. And then in the environment, yes, we have justice, which is an air sign. Hello. Hello. Give me space to breathe, honey. Have you ever been in a partnership with somebody who has a little bit of a temper? Right. And then, they just kind of blow it off. And then you're like, okay, I guess they're okay now. They had their little moment, right? Kind of like that. Queen of Wands. Oh my God, Lilith. So this person could be like almost like a real she-devil when angry. I feel like around you, you may be afraid to talk to this person. I'm getting a lot of throat chakra energy here, so I don't know who this is for you, collective, or if you think this is you that you're resonating with here. But I feel like it's like this anger is justified, right? You know how Lilith was vilified in the Bible, right? And then like in the 90s they had that whole Lilith fair. You know what I mean? So Lilith Fair was a music festival that they did. I can't remember how many times if they were able to pull it off, but it was kind of about the ferocity of the woman, right? And it was totally justified and it was like kind of cool, right? Okay. Now, like the ferocity of woman, I'm getting like big Doja Cat, like, ooh, she's a devil, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, right? Like, so again, with this love energy here, people could see you as very seductive, very attractive, okay? Now, oh boy. All right. So, what does the collective need to know about this Nine of Wands then? Yeah, and some of this maybe you're just not even used to like dating at this level. You know what I mean? All this flirtation or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe you're somebody who's more of a nose to the grindstone type person, Oh my God, you guys, look at what came out. Can't make it up. Wheel of Fortune again. Yeah, so if you are concerned about this turning out, don't. This is other people that are like hoping it doesn't turn out because they have nothing better to do with their lives. Yeah, the Inquisitor. Like, you've been through the trials, you've been through the tribulations. This is why I want you guys to look up your Jupiter sign, okay? Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Because it's like, all right, at a certain point, this dude's gonna just die here, right? On this wheel. Like, you can't beat any more out of him. All right. So, what is this inquest really about? Huh? You know? Maybe it's time to stop pointing fingers and saying, you got mine and he's got this and I don't, right? And start looking to ourselves and saying, how are we going to change this for ourselves here? Number one, where we're not picking apart other people to do it. Have we even thought about that yet? Have we? So, when you're thinking about a planet that expands, what's the opposite of that? Contracting. Expand and contract. In Virgo season, you may have been contracting in a way. You may have been worried that contractual obligation may have been lasting forever and ever and ever. You know, Dolly Parton signed a contract and she was on a television program. I cannot remember the guy's name now, but it was a very popular show. She was on it for several seasons. Okay. And then she told him. That's why she wrote that song. That's the story behind the song. I Will Always Love You. Okay. I have some Whitney Houston on one of my channels. I can't remember. But anyway, 10 of Cups. Bam! On top of the Ace of Cups, y'all. Look, this is so great for you guys. I feel like, yeah, it's not only the ferocity of the universe at your back, but it's like you're starting to feel it. You're starting to understand it. You're starting to get it. Okay? This isn't just your annoying little brother coming over and stealing one of your M&Ms. Okay? You know how hard. You know the work. So the maintenance of this, right? Yeah. It takes an adult. Okay? Yeah. Not somebody that wants you walking around like a zombie. Okay? Just blindly following around doing whatever they say. That's not it. You're not into that. So, you know, can they handle it? That's the question. So, you know, whoever said they want to, you know, is so and so going to accept this marriage, right? Well, can they handle what you're setting out to do with your life? Okay? You got to ask yourself that question because you want to defend what your purpose is with all your might, okay? With the ferocity of the sea. You've already seen what happens here when the Kraken gets involved. I literally just heard some crashing sound of trees in the background of like the same as like what the wood sound would be. Crazy. I am from India. I have actually been to India before, to the eastern coast. At the time, the town was called Chennai. I think they still call it Chennai. And I also visited, I was there for a few weeks for work. And then I also visited the Pondicherry area down in Tamil Nadu. So It was nice. So yes, I was in what I would say southern India. I never made it up to the Taj Mahal um or Delhi and stuff. So I definitely got to taste the spicy prawns, y'all. Jesus Lord, that is some spicy stuff. I mean, I like some heat in my life, but hot damn, they were so spicy, I couldn't even hardly eat them, but they were so good. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was like, and I love seafood, but I'm telling you what, these prawns were like, I mean, so y'all know what shrimp looks like, but I mean, these monster, you had to cut these prawns. Like, anywho. So that was probably also the first time I had like properly prepared lamb, right? Because they eat a lot of lamb over there in India. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a global traveler at times. But some of those adventures have been because of work. So greetings from across the globe. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your views. And hopefully this message finds you well. I am going to go ahead. I did post a light worker video a few days ago that posted into two parts. So if you guys are kind of empathic in nature, you might want to check out that video. It's only like 4 minutes long, and then the other one's like 20 something minutes long. Okay. But it was specific for light workers, anyone feeling ascension symptoms. Okay. And this happens to be the Work Your Light um, deck. So I thought this would be good to top off this reading. I mean, this stuff is just jumping. It's just like, especially this Ten of Cups, this Emperor here. I mean, somebody is knocking on the door. You're either at the precipice or you're like in the process of walking through. Like the doors are opening, it's happening. Yeah. Where you thought you were out of place before, oh no. All of a sudden they're finding out. They are finding out. They're finding out. They're like, holy smokes, I didn't know what I was messing with. Ooh, baby. I am feeling the snake tongue come out of this woman too. This Queen of Cups. This is really bad. This Gorgon. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Okay. So, if these heinous people are coming around you, remember the Hassites who sang to defeat their enemy. Also, just do a little bit of this, right? Some people use chimes, some people use bells, singing bowls for meditation. A lot of folks burn incense. One thing I have found at especially the Indian grocery stores that are near me, aside from the sticks, they have the little cones, the incense cones, which are nice and compact. And I mean, it doesn't take up hardly any, even comes with a little flat thing that you can burn your incense on. So you don't need, like, this is what I have for my normal, incense here. But those cones are pretty cool. Okay. So, anyway. Yeah. So doing something to change your energy, it could be something like that. Burning some incense. Maybe, traveling to a different town, right? Experiencing life somewhere else. See how the other half lives, right? Get out of the energy of feeling so foreign, right? And start thinking about what you want your life to look like. Okay. There's that song, I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner, right? Okay. They're saying, I want you to show me. And the way they might want you to be showing them is in a very Queens of Wandsy way. I'm just saying. And then you have the King of Wands down here. So Who is this collective? I mean, only you. This is where I'm saying this is the point you have to use your discernment. Who are these people? I don't know who these people are. Okay, but the Lovers is also Gemini. Okay, so you have Gemini, Libra, all the fire signs. You got some water here too, but I feel like this water energy is definitely in the reverse for you. Starseed, what lights you up? Again, go check out that light worker message. I might repost it to the community tab since I'm getting that I got this twice already in the reading. That's, that's double confirmation for me as a reader. Okay. Um, yeah, what lights you up, right? What all this wisdom that you've acquired, and then you're like, would I do this again? Yeah, maybe, like some things, yeah, you're like, yeah, I would do that again. That was pretty cool. So think about those positive activities, those memory makers that you have out there, okay? And is it worthy of the memory of an emperor? All right, moving on. Let's get some more here for the collective before we close out this message. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Okay. Remember when I said it's like kind of like you're starting to get the universe at your back now, right? You're starting to harness the power. Okay. Yeah. So it's like you're here, but it's like here's what you've learned. Here's, maybe from your family, your community. Here's your guides. Okay. It's all, and this is how when we say downloads, this is what we mean. Coming from your guides straight through. And it's like passing through all these layers, all these filters of your view so that you understand what you're supposed to be doing and why. Don't lose sight of your purpose. Okay. Yeah. So as you're walking that path, you could feel very alone. Um, there was a time when I was um I was staying somewhere, and I had to I was RVing, and kind of parked like at a rest area somewhere, and I had to walk the dog, and she started like going after something in these like really tall like weeds and stuff, and my legs ended up getting caught up. But it was such a surreal experience. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because on this card it's like these mountain lions. It was like there was something there that like both of us were like feeling in that moment. There was some kind of power behind the moment. Um and then when she stopped chasing after and my leg stopped getting cut up, it's like, okay, I know we have to get back to safety and we're going to be okay. That was it. So, yeah. And then, the next day I continued on my journey after we had, slept, and then right? Play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. Isn't that what the Joker says? Why so serious? Y'all, are you gonna go see that new Joker movie? Oh my God, it looks so crazy. Even the Beetlejuice one looks good. I think it already came out this weekend. I told a friend of mine I was gonna go see it with her, and I like totally biffed on that whole thing. Like, I'll have to send her a message, be like, "Did you see this already?" Okay, mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Okay. So yeah, I feel like you're really feeling this. You could be this King of Wands, Queen of Wands, this Ten of Cups energy, all this passion. This Emperor here dealing with this Queen of Cups in this situation. I mean, yeah, it really went off the rails here with this Chariot card. And it's also not salvageable because it's like the ship's mast is broken, it's going down, it's being reclaimed by the sea. Sir, I am reclaiming my time. It's like that. Okay. And yeah, that might be triggering for you. Okay. Um and it says who or what is triggering you. And then ask yourself why, and is it because of attachment? Okay, somebody says Beetlejuice was good. Awesome, good. Yeah, I loved the original one as a kid, and then they had like the cartoon that came out also, which I think I was still young enough to enjoy a little bit of that. Anywho, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Remember, there is a part 1 to this, and then there's also that Ascension video. I'm going to repost that as well on the community tab. So these 3 videos in a series you might want to check out if you are specifically resonating with this message, if you need some additional clarification, but from a different viewpoint besides just this kind of lovey-dovey stuff that's coming across here for you right now. Okay, I also do have some new cards coming in. I'm waiting for those to arrive. There was some issue on the ordering. I don't know what, sometimes these retrogrades just really piece. So, what they say that song says, one monkey doesn't stop the show. So, 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes, right? You can do anything, stay off of my blue suede shoes. Okay, collective. I will leave you there. Please do manifest wisely. Until next time. Bye-bye.